Mm, Hello, today we will um, talk about the chapter 3. It is marketing product. What is the characteristic of the product?
Characteristic of the product is first raw material. Output largely raw material from the farm product to food or processed form. For example, livestock to the meat and wheat to the cereal. And second is bulky and perishable product. Mm, Agriculture products are more bulky and perishable. Okay, to reduce the bulkiness, transport high value or value add instead of raw material. This perishable product requires speedy handling and often special refrigeration. The third is quality variation. Quality variation is varies from year to year and season to season. Needs standardization and grading to the facilitate the sorting of different variation in grade. Due to level of grading product, nature disasters such as earthquake or food variation in quality and process may due to first level of grading output level of grading product, natural disasters such as earthquake and floods, changing of marketing strategies, demand and supplies, and the last one is management inefficiency in dealing with the crop practice. To control the variation is use the same planting material.
What is the characteristic of the production?
The characteristic of the production is first is total output. Total output is increased population will increase the food production and per capita food supplies. However, the population grow faster than agriculture grow, so it's deferred to maintain the fair price. Second is annual variability in the production. This means total of the farm output varies from year to year due to the farmer respond to the price of government program and uncontrollable factors such as weather and disease. This give impact to the purchase price and need to storage facilities to maintain enough food supply. Third is seasonal variability in the production. This means agriculture product is highly seasonal. For example, some products are produced all year round while some are seasonal, such as fruit. To solve the problem of seasonal variation, first is fruit should be processed and tinned or canned immediately. Second is the available of storage is required to supply can be maintained periodically. And third one is the efficient and ability of the transport and efficient in handling. Number 4 is geographic concentration of product. Geographic of farm production depend on the climate, soil, environmental, and factors. For example, Sarawak suitable for pepper and Johor is suitable for pineapple. Number 5 is varying cost of production. This characteristic is cost of production varies by region among farmer. Factor might contribute to the varying cost of production. Weather. Second is change in technology, type of crop plant, management in handling of cost, and land size of plantation or land insecure. Land tenure.
What is the farm utility?
Okay. Farm utility, the process of chain of material or putting parts together to make them more useful. In the business context, farm utility might involve making a product ready for consumption by converting it to the form that is more beneficial to consumer than the raw material used to make it.
What is the problem related with marketing of commodity producer?
Um, the problem related with the marketing agriculture commodity product. First is difficult to improve price, because the price is depend on the market stability, and market stability depend on the demand and supply of the product. For example, farmer only can improve price of product through grading, packaging, and other relevant factor. Second is food security problem. This problem occur because farmers do not have any control over the output price production. This caused by a supply of output is greater or lower than demand. This might cause surplus or inefficient of food supply. The third problem is problem of cost price squeeze. This problem is referred to the period of increasing cost and stimulus decreasing of stable price. Example, when the farmer facing cost of inputs such as fertilizer and seed, and decreasing crop price, the farmer becomes squeezed between the cost and the price, paying out more than they receive. Problem number 4 is problem to minimize cost of marketing. This problem is producer have to bear the marketing during delivering goods or service to consumer. The marketing costs may include expenses associated with the transferring title of good to a consumer, storing good in the warehouse pending delivery, promote the goods or service being sold, or distribution of the product to the point of sale. Last problem is unable to allocate the resource properly. The use of marketing to allocate resources depend on the difference of marketing system. For example, in the perfect market, the producers are numerous, so they do not have any market power and able to influence the price of goods. Therefore, to attract consumer, they will keep price as low as possible. This called optimal allocation of resource, because producer provide high quality good as cheaper as possible. In the monopoly market, there is only one producer and they are able to influence the price. They have the right to change whatever price, thus causing exploitation. This situation shows the market is failed to allocate resource efficiency. The conflicting outcome of farm policy is the last agro-business have to rewritten the role of the global agriculture economy, using free trade agreement to turn food and commodity for profit rather than a human right. Free trade agreement is an agreement that results for cooperation between at least two countries to reduce trade barrier. less restriction by government on the free international exchange of food or service, for example, tariff, quota, and subsidy. There have some effect of free trade agriculture policy on small farmer and food security. First is loss of small farm income. Second is increased food price. Third is loss of land and increase in the migration. Four is spread of genetically modified organism, and the last one is environmental degradation. For the problem to protect consumer at the lower income group, the lower income group consumer suffer net income economy loss from the tariff and the quotas. And the threat forced the price to import to rise, which allow the domestic producer to raise their policy as well. For superior bargaining power of buyer, for example, the consumer put pressure on the producer to provide high quality, better consumer service at the lower price.
So this is the end of the chapter 3. Thank you for watching.